So chapter 39 of Job, it focuses mainly on animals. And I started out last video talking about a line from a movie and how our culture kind of prevents us from seeing things too wonderful and amazing, Like how Job concludes about everything God is saying. It's too wonderful and amazing. And I sit here in sackcloth and ashes. I did not understand. Please forgive me type response, Everything is kind of taken for granted or cheapified, Make a cheap knockoff. I wonder why we're so screwed up. It's because we don't see chapters like this anymore, This appreciation of animal life. Do you ever look into the eyes of an animal and just, are you amazed? I am every time, I look into anybody's eyes and I see a lot more than what someone would tell me, or what one would assume. I think there's a lot more going on there. But anyway, this beautiful chapter is talking about animal life and how we barely scratch the surface. You might be a veterinarian or something, or I actually know a veterinarian that I helped not that long ago. Her name was Dana. And I still see Dana here and there. I think she's doing well now. She lost her house. She had a nervous breakdown. All kinds of problems. Praise God. God got her through that. It's an amazing miracle. But a veterinarian, even like that, even she, dealing with all these animals, maybe that's why she believes in God. But a scientist or a pharmacist or a physicist, I don't have time for your stinking animals. It's just a rotten, dirty dog. It's nothing. Science is superior. Well, actually, there's a lot of scientists that are Christians too. But anyway, the descriptions he makes here are just incredible, And it really paints a picture. It paints a beautiful picture. Everything he talks about is describing. Is he describing the Garden of Eden? That's what I get out of it, I wish I was there when he's describing. And the descriptions of all these animals, because he made them and he knows every meticulous little detail about them, just like how he knows every detail about us. It's incredible. So anyway, back to what we were saying when we concluded there, the unicorn. Does the unicorn exist? I think that was one of the last conversations I had with my friend before she left. The lady loved horses, but she wouldn't, she wouldn't take a leap of faith on the unicorn topic. She loved horses, but yeah, very sad. Come on, take a stab at it. Does a unicorn exist? I think it does. I think Godzilla exists. I think there's amazing things that we don't even know about. That's what I think. That's why I like Godzilla movies. I think it's an indicator of an appreciation of God's creation and how you don't blow it up with nuclear weapons and your science. Instead, you let a giant lizard blow up everything. It's great. Anyway, is that the next chapter? It is. A behemoth. Is that Godzilla? It could be. I don't know. Unicorn. Fantastic creatures. This has to do with our note here. So the note is on verse 9, which I underlined. Will the unicorn be willing to serve thee or abide by thy crib? Here's the note. The apostates have rid you of the words satyrs and dragons. See note on Isaiah 13:21, as well as unicorn. Here and verse 10, Numbers 23, 22, 24, 28, 24:8, Psalm 29:6, 92:10, and unicorns. Deuteronomy 33:17, Psalm 22:21, Isaiah 34:7, on the basis that such creatures could not have existed. If it's not in the computer, it does not exist. Sorry. Oh, I'm probably causing the clicking again. Dang it. That's another. I'm getting the movie lines today. They then would have you accept the Disneyland depictions of animals illustrated in National Geographic, such as Notharctus, raccoon's tail, rat's head, monkey's body, lemur's feet, Unitatherian, elephant's feet, rhinoceros body, lion's tail, and Syndiosaurus, two thin goat horns above the eyes and a Y-shaped horn on the end of its nose. They forgot that Daniel saw a unicorn in Daniel 8:5-8. Dang it! Mashugana! They got us there. Because they hold Daniel in high esteem, the Jewish people. So they can't get away with, we love Daniel, we gotta go with that. Unicorns exist. Legend was right. I think half the stuff that they tell us is nonsense. There are conspiracies that giant bones just got shifted around and those are actually the dinosaur bones. I disagree with that. I think they just got rid of the giant bones, you know. I think there are enormous bones way down deep. I bet I could find a giant carcass if I just started digging. You know, when I was younger, I wanted to dig holes, you know. It's weird. Maybe that's always what I was meant to be. And then I play Minecraft and that's all I want to do is dig. Anyway, if you find a giant dead body today, the Smithsonian sends their men in black guys and they memory wipe you and then they take the giant body and then it's like, no, there was no, well, I don't know, it was a rock. You know, I thought I had found a giant body, but it was a rock. Just a big boulder just sitting there in the dirt. Anyway, the Smithsonian wiped that out, thanks to them. So like he's saying here, if you change your different translation of the Bible, words like satyrs, dragons, unicorns, they get changed to horse, goat, unique goat thing, and dinosaur. You know, they just change the words because they don't want anything fantastic or amazing like that. Like a little Danny DeVito guy running around saying, "What's the matter, kid? You ain't never seen a satyr before?" Anyway, be right back.